November 5th of 2024. Criminal trespass and drug paraphernalia from March 28th of 2025. And then you already had been seen on the drug paraphernalia from April 19th, 2025. I see you're being held on a felony matter. I'm going to, on these misdemeanor cases, quash the warrant, release you, appoint a city public defender to help you with your cases. Your next court date is going to be in city court, July 18th, 2025 at 9 a.m. And regarding the criminal trespass and drug paraphernalia charges, I just need to let you know that you have a constitutional right to remain silent. You can be represented by an attorney. I have appointed attorney to help you with those charges. You have a right to be present at all future hearing dates, and your attorney will be in touch with you soon. You are excused.
Okay.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
I had a question. Yeah, because I had a question. I wanted to seek help if by any chance, like to get into therapy or counseling or anything.
Talk to your attorney about it. They'll be in touch with you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. Stop right there.
What is your full name, please? Jail, can you unmute?
Sorry about that, Your Honor.
Nicole Miles.
Looks like you had 3 warrants for your arrest out of city court. One case was a drug paraphernalia from April 4th, 2024, being in a park after hours April 7th, 2024, and criminal trespass in a 3rd degree from March 20th of 2025. I'm going to quash those warrants, enter pleas of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by counsel. I am going to appoint a city public defender to represent you because I see you're being held on a felony matter. You do have a right to be present at your future hearing dates. Make sure if you get out of custody and you have the pending case is still in city court, make sure you appear. If you don't, then a warrant could issue for your arrest and a new charge of failure to appear could be added to your cases. I'm appointing a city public defender to represent you. Your next hearing date in city court is going to be July 18th, 2025 at 9 a.m., but your attorney will be in touch with you soon. You're excused.
Thank you.
Thank you. What is your name, sir?
Vincent Stafford.
All right, Mr. Stafford, looks like you have new charges of domestic violence, threats and intimidation, domestic violence, criminal damage, domestic violence, disorderly conduct, simple disorderly conduct, and drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. You already have a pending misdemeanor case in city court. And then it looks like you have a bond on you too.
But that the charge for the bond, it was settled. That's from last year.
Okay. All right. Your bond for the new case, the new charges is $1,000. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. You are not allowed to have any contact with Tanya. Your next court date's May 21st, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You are excused. Thank you.
but the warrant, the stuff that made the bond for this case was already taken care of.
Okay. You don't have a warrant. I'm seeing you on all those new charges, and I set $1,000 bond in your case, sir. Thank you.
So that's the only bond I have.
Looks like you have a bond. It says on another matter. I'm not sure what that's about.
Okay,
Thank you. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon.
that's it altogether.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. That's it.
What is your full name, please?
Camilo Espinosa?
Are you a junior?
Yeah.
All right. Looks like a petition to revoke your probation was filed in case number CM240000879. It states that in that case, you were placed on supervised probation for 24 months beginning September 13, 2024. The petition alleges you violated probation by committing a new offense of assault that allegedly occurred on May 8, 2025. And that case number is CM2501743. I am seeing you on that case also, and I'll enter a plea of not guilty. Probation has put a hold on you. I'm going to set your bond at $2,500. City public defender is appointed to represent you, and your attorney will be in touch with you soon. Your next court date in city court is May 15th at 1:45 p.m.
Are you
And your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
So question?
Yes.
Am I getting charged with new charges?
It's a petition to revoke your probation, and then you have the other case that's already been pending since, what is that, May 8th, 2025, that you've already been seen on. It's an assault charge. So you have the two
Oh,
files.
I have to. When is that court date? Because I'm
May
lost on the court.
15th, May 15th at 1:45 p.m. And
May 15th.
yeah, at
Oh,
1:45 next week.
city court? Is it city
Yes,
court?
that's city court.
Okay. May
Thank you.
15th.
You're excused. You'll get your paperwork, sir. Thank you.
Okay. Thank God, man. Look, man, I was kind of getting nothing.
Let APO know that you're ready. And then they can that someone for those who have 30. They put
Good evening, Judge.
Hi, good evening. What is your full name, sir?
Daniel Alberto Alvarado.
You're charged with fraudulent use of a credit card and theft of a credit card. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. I do want to let you know you do have a probation hold on you. Is it Mr. Terrace?
Yes, Your Honor. The state is recommending a bond of $10,000 for Mr. Alvarado. The court noted the hold. The state would also note the 6 out of 6 scores on the pretrial services workup.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, given the probation hold, we just ask that you consider a $2,500. Thank you.
Mr. Alvarado, I'm setting your bond at $10,000. No contact with the victim. Don't go to where that person lives or works. Patrick Copen is your attorney. He will be in touch with you soon. Your preliminary hearing is set May 23rd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Thank you. You're excused.
Thank you.
Judge, may I come back in just a bit while the court handles misdemeanors?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'll put it back. Gutierrez. Let me see right here.
What is your full name, please?
Gutierrez here.
You are charged with drug paraphernalia possession. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent. You may I'm going to release you on this case. Your next court date's in Justice Court, May 23rd at 8:30 a.m. Make sure you appear, sir. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. You also had a warrant for your arrest out of Tucson City Court. It was a warrant for being in the park after hours. The alleged incident date was October 17, 2024. Sir, this case will never go away until you appear in court to resolve it. I'm going to trust that you're going to show up in City Court June 12, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Make sure you appear this time. If you don't, another warrant's going to issue for your arrest. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
Gutierrez, go and have a seat on there. Can I get Razo? Have a seat on the can here.
What is your full name, please?
John Edison Rosso.
All right, Mr. Rosso, it looks like you had a warrant for your arrest for a drug paraphernalia charge that's been pending since March 29th of 2025 out of Justice Court. I'm going to quash the warrant. I'm going to release you, sir. Give you a chance to appear on your own in Justice Court, May 23rd, 2025 at 8:30 a.m. You have to appear, sir, or the case you just have another warrant for your arrest. And then, Mr. Rosso, you have new drug paraphernalia charges. Let's see, there is a drug paraphernalia from April 24th, 2025, 2 charges of drug paraphernalia from May 13th of 2023, drug paraphernalia from June 1st, 2023, and a drug paraphernalia from March 24th of 2025. I'm going to quash that warrant, enter plea of not guilty. Sir, I don't know what the issue is and what the problem is, but you cannot be picking up new charges. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am. Can I say something, please?
I'm not about the case. No, I'm going to release you. Set your next court date for June 12th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. I am Judge Hale. I'm going to see you on that day. If you don't see me on that day, I'm going to issue a warrant for your arrest. And when you appear in court, then you can talk to the prosecutors about your case on how to resolve it. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you're excused. Thank you.
Have a nice day.
Put have a seat down there, Rosa. No, in the lower level where you're sitting before. Cargyle. That's it. Out there. Oh.
What is your full name, sir?
Clifford Cargyle.
You have 3 counts of domestic violence assault, domestic violence criminal damage, and 4 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Sir, I'm going to set your bond at $1,000. You are not allowed to have any contact with Shauna, Don, David, and Roger. You cannot go to where any of them live. Commit no further acts of domestic violence.
What about my property that I have? I have a lot of nice outfits there still. I have clothing. I have $300 outfits, $200 shirts. I know I'm not going to get that.
I'll allow you to, if you post the bond, I'll allow you to return to the residence location with a police escort to get your personal belongings.
Okay, what can I do about filing charges on them? They all file charges on me. And I'm the only one.
Let me speak
I
to
got
you.
knots,
Appoint an
knots
attorney
over
to
here.
represent you. You can talk to your attorney about it. May 21st at 1:30 is your next hearing date in city court. You are excused. Thank you.
Yeah. 1,000.
One.
That I know.
What is your full name, please? Jail, if you could unmute.
Mercedes, time again.
You're charged with domestic violence, aggravated assault, and 2 counts of domestic violence disorderly conduct. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. I will release you. Don't commit any further acts of domestic violence. Your next court date is going to be on June 16, 2025 at 9:30 a.m. Make sure you appear. If you do not, a warrant will issue for your arrest. And a new charge of failing to appear in court could be added to your case. You do have a right to be present at all hearing dates. You have a right to have a speedy trial. Just make sure you appear so that you can make some decisions about what you'd like to do on how to resolve your case. You are excused. Thank you.
And go and have a seat down in the lower level with the rest of those. Alvaro, go over here, have a seat.
What is
Your
your
Honor,
name, sir?
say your
Oh,
votes.
Tommy Vincent Alvarado.
And just we'll waive reading on this one.
Yes, I'll waive reading of the charge, enter plea of not guilty. Mr. Alvarado, I need to let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney, Mr. Terrace.
Recommending a bond of $5,000. He has 6 prior convictions, including several for similar offenses.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider giving Mr. Alvarado a chance with pretrial services. That's because he seems to have some stable housing. He doesn't have any failures to appear in the last 2 years. He's lived in Tucson 47 years, and the last conviction is from 2017, Judge. But if you're not inclined, we just ask that the bond be close to $2,000. But we are really asking for pretrial services release at this time. Thank you.
Mr. Alvarado, your bond is set at $5,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. May 23rd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. is your preliminary hearing. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You are excused. Thank you. Is there an interpreter there?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, jail. Is there any? Is it Spanish? Is there any need for a Spanish-speaking interpreter?
Your Honor, I'm not seeing any at the moment.
All right, so interpreter, I can excuse you, but just be available in case we need you.
Okay, will do. Thank
All
you,
right,
Judge.
thank you. Thank you. You're excused. What is your full name, sir?
Jeremy Holmes.
Mr. Holmes, you picked up a new charge of disorderly conduct from today's date. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You also had 8 warrants for your arrest on 8 separate cases out of city court for charges involving criminal trespass in a 3rd degree, criminal damage, disorderly conduct, assault, and tampering, criminal tampering. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty, quash all those warrants. Set your bond, Mr. Holmes, at $2,000. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. You'll see Judge Blue in the Mental Health Court on May 22nd, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon. And you're not allowed to go back to any of the incident locations or have any contact with any victims. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you, sir. You're excused.
May 22nd. Hi,
What is your full name, please?
Jim Ochoa.
All right,
Jim.
Mr. Ochoa, it looks like you were arrested for possession of a dangerous drug. The state has made a decision to dismiss your case. So
Okay.
I'm going to release you on this charge only. There's a
Okay.
possibility the state could refile this case at some later point. Mr. Ochoa, you had several new charges in city court. Charges involving 3 counts of assault, 2 counts of criminal trespass in the 2nd degree. And then you had, in the same case, 3 counts of disorderly conduct and another assault, unlawful imprisonment charge. On the new charges, I'll enter pleas of not guilty. And then you had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 cases in warrant status involving charges of criminal trespass, disorderly conduct, possession of prescription drugs. I'm going to set your bond at $2,000. City Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. And your next court date in city court is May 23rd at 1:45 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
New release.
Nope, you have a bond on you on your city court cases. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
But you didn't pay for it then. Bitch don't.
I'm not saying. But
Okay. Come around and sit down.
Gone. Gone. Are you gone?
I wish I was there.
Sit down.
What is your full name, sir?
Bro,
I'm sorry, what is your full name?
bond.
You are charged with criminal damage. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty. You do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutors regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Terrace.
Your Honor, the state recommends a bond of $5,000. He has 3 prior convictions, and from the pretrial services report, it looks like numerous failures to appear in those cases. He also has moderately high scores from pretrial services.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Bond under criminal services supervision. This is a class 6 non-dangerous felony. It's a property offense. The other one is a misdemeanor charge. He only seems to have 1 failure to appear in the last 2 years, according to the pretrial report. His last conviction seems to be from 2023, Judge. So for those reasons, we're asking you to consider releasing him. Thank you.
Mr. Bond, your bond set at $5,000. You can't go back to that business location. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. May 23rd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. is your preliminary hearing. You also had a case out of city court for drug paraphernalia possession from today's date. I'm going to enter a plea of not guilty, release you. Set your next court date in city courts, July 18th, 2025 at 9 a.m. I'll appoint the city public defender's office. You are excused. Thank you. What is your full name, please?
Elizabeth Conrad.
What is happening with your local case? When is your next hearing date?
I'm not 100% sure. The last I heard was they told me I had to pay off some fines. I completed those fines, and then I'm not sure what was supposed to happen after that. They never sent me any notification, nothing.
Judge, I believe this is a probation violation warrant out of Santa Cruz County, and the local matter is only a post-adjudication city court.
Oh, okay. So yeah, it looks like you're wanted in Santa Cruz County. It was, let me see what it's about. Failure to appear on a vehicle theft case. You think it's a probation matter, defense counsel?
So
Yes, Judge. I talked to pretrial before the beginning of court, and Mr. Gratz can chime in. He's on the line. He informed me that there's a Superior Court probation violation warrant, which is why she should have just been under the misdemeanors, but that is what public record is showing according to Mr. Gratz.
Mr. Harris, did you have any position on this matter?
No, Your Honor, given that it's out of county, the state will take position.
Defense counsel, any recommendation?
Judge, we just asked that the court set a city court date on that warrant and then just have her to be transported to Santa Cruz County so they can come pick her up. Maybe set a review hearing in 30 days if the court wants to go forward on that.
You're asking for hold without bond?
No, Judge, I'll just be asking it release. I don't know if I can ask for hold without bond. It's out of, but she's being held without bond anyway, right?
Yeah.
On the Santa Cruz. Judge, so she's being held without bond, and I think they notified Santa Cruz to come get her.
Wait a second, I'm only talking about the Santa Cruz case.
Oh, okay, my apologies. So, Your Honor, we are asking for release.
They're stating that they'll extradite, so $1,000 bond, and set a review hearing June 13th at 9 a.m. I'll quash the warrant. All right, on her misdemeanor matter, Ms. Conrad, looks like you had a warrant, a petition to revoke your probation. And it looks like you were placed on probation on a drug paraphernalia case and failure to appear beginning May 18th, 2023. The petition revokes says you violated probation by failing to report for your monthly monitoring, failing to complete your parenting classes, and failing to pay your monthly fees. You're supposed to be doing probation. I'm going to enter a denial of the allegations, and I will set your next hearing date on this matter. I'll release you on the petition to revoke and set your next court date for June 5th, 2025 at 2:30 p.m. Make sure you appear in court on the city court if you're out of custody. If not, I'll let city court know that you're currently in custody on a misdemeanor matter. I mean, on a Santa Cruz County matter. All right.
Okay.
What is your full name, sir?
Richard Jesus Gaona.
You're charged with 2 counts of burglary in 3rd degree and 1 count of, hold on a second, what's the other count? Hold on. 1 count of not guilty. Let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Terrace.
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $10,000 bond given the nature of the offense as well as the defendant's prior convictions and history of failing to appear.
Defense counsel.
Your Honor, so I don't see any failure to appear history in the last 2 years, according to pretrial services. He seems to be self-employed. He has family support. His mother can provide third-party custody and transport. And most importantly, Judge, the last conviction I'm seeing from 2008, it was the one that was designated a misdemeanor. So given the age of the old Myers judge, we are asking you to consider releasing him because this is a non-dangerous property offense.
Mr. Gano, your bond set at $5,000. Don't go back to the incident location. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. May 23rd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. is your next hearing date. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you.
I'm not being released.
What is your full name, please?
Michael Allen Gilly.
You had a warrant for your arrest for charges involving organized retail theft, forgery, aggravated taking the ID of another, and drug paraphernalia possession. The alleged incident date was on March 5th, 2025. I'm going to quash the warrant, enter pleas of not guilty. Looks like you've been released on this case at least twice and you failed to appear. Mr. Terrace?
I apologize. I didn't mean to mistake court date. I thought that my
Wait, hold on. Mr. Terrace? Mr. Terrace? You're muted. Mr. Terrace, are you there?
You can shoot him a text, Judge.
Mr. Terrace, can you unmute yourself? Defense counsel, your position?
Judge, I understand a warrant issued, and the warrant, I believe, according to pretrial, says it lists a $2,400 bond. The court just noted some failures to appear, but Mr. Chili is, I know he's 6 on the scale, but he's asking for one more chance on pretrial services release. But if you're not inclined to do that, we just ask that you set $1,000 bond. And Mr. Terrace just got back to me, Judge. It seems like his computer just froze, so he had to restart.
All right, Mr. Gilly, your bond set at $2,500. Was he going to try to zoom back in, or what's he going to do?
Yes, Judge. He just texted that he was restarting and joining. So.
Oh, okay. Let me hold on then.
Okay.
Let me hold off on the felony. Let me see him on his misdemeanor case. Mr. Gilly, you also had a drug paraphernalia misdemeanor charge from today's date. I'm going to enter plea of not guilty. You were already seen on a prescription drug paraphernalia. You were held on a bond on April 25th, 2025. And it looks like you had posted that bond on April 28th, 2025. I'm
Yes, ma'am.
going to release you on these cases. Set your next court date on July 18th, 2025 at 9 a.m. I'll appoint the City Public Defender's Office to represent you and let them know that you have a felony hold on you. Your City Public Defender will be in touch with you soon. And then, Mr. Terrace, are you back? I don't believe he's logged off and come back in.
Judge, I still see him on the call.
So that's what I just said. He's not logged off, nor has he come back in. So
I just texted him.
okay, he's logged off now.
Okay.
But
Mr. Terrace, you're there?
I am, Your Honor.
All right, your bond recommendation in Gilly?
1 second, Your Honor. Your Honor, the state's recommending a $5,000 bond. While we understand the warrant amount is less than that, as the court noted, he has twice failed to appear when released to pretrial services.
All right, Mr. Gilly, your bond set at $2,500. No contact with the victims involved in this case. Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your arraignment date is set for May 20th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. You are excused. Thank you.
That is.
Medina,
What is your full name, sir?
Sergio Daniel Medina.
Looks like you had a warrant for your arrest for 2 charges of aggravated DUI from May 26th of 2022. I am going to quash the warrant, enter pleas of not guilty, let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. You do have an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearings. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutor's office regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. All right, so Mr. Terrace.
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $10,000 bond. That is the amount listed in the warrant. Of most concern to the state is it appears the defendant has 3 misdemeanor DUIs, all of which are pending and all of which appear to have active warrants as well.
Defense counsel.
So, Your Honor, we are asking the court to consider releasing Mr. Medina to pretrial services supervision. That's because he didn't pick up any new DUIs after 2021, it seems like, except the 2023 felony one. That was a dismissed case. It was refiled once, and then it's come back again. But Judge, if you're not inclined to release him, we just ask that you set the bond close to $2,000. Thank you.
Mr. Medina, on your felony case, your bond is set at $10,000. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. If you were able to post that bond, you will be released to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitor treatment they recommend. You are not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your arraignment date is set for May 20th at 1:30 p.m. You also had 3 separate DUI warrants for your arrest out of city court. I'm going to quash those warrants, enter pleas of not guilty, set your bond at $2,500. Your next court date is going to be in city court, May 23rd, 2025 at 1:45 p.m. Your attorney from the City Public Defender's Office will also be in contact with you, and you are excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Rodriguez,
What is your full name, please?
Aaron Gabriel Ramon Rodriguez.
You're charged with domestic violence, disorderly conduct involving a weapon. I am going to enter plea of not guilty. Need to let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. And Mr. Terrace, I'm going to hear from you first. What is your bond recommendation?
Your Honor, the state recommends a $20,000 bond. That is due to the nature of the offense, especially involving a machete in this case. The defendant also does have prior violent offenses according to pretrial services.
Defense counsel?
Your Honor, Mr. Rodriguez is only 22 years old. The victim has indicated that she was not injured. She wants contact with him. She doesn't object to his release from custody. Mr. Rodriguez seems to have been employed full time. We understand the prior conviction, Judge, but if you notice, it was dismissed and the charges were lowered, and then he finally took a plea agreement. So we are asking you to consider releasing Mr. Rodriguez. He can live separately from the victim, but if you're not inclined to just release him, then we ask that the bond be close to $2,000. Thank you.
Due to the alleged nature of the facts of this case, the court is going to set the bond at $20,000. Mr. Rodriguez, you are not allowed to have any contact with Ruby. Don't call her, don't see her, don't text her, don't social media her. If you were to post the bond, you cannot go to where she lives or works, possess no firearms or weapons, commit no further acts of domestic violence. The Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is set May 23rd at 1:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. Thank you. You're excused.
Reese,
What is your full name, please?
My name is Sean Ruiz Lopez.
All right, Mr. Ruiz Lopez, you have two separate felony cases. One case says 2 counts of aggravated DUI, 2 counts of endangerment. The alleged incident date was from April 9th of 2023. The other case was a felony warrant for your arrest for 2 counts of aggravated DUI and unlawful flight from law enforcement. The alleged incident date was May 9th of 2023. I'm going to quash those warrants, quash the warrant, enter pleas of not guilty. I'm seeing you have the 2 alleged prior felony convictions and then these 2 new DUIs and a prior misdemeanor DUI. Mr. Terrace, what is the state's recommendation?
Your Honor, the state is recommending the warrant amounts in both cases. It looks like 2,500 in one and 1,000 in the other. As the court noted, both of these are DUI offenses, and he does have a DUI history.
Defense counsel.
Your Honor, the last DUI conviction I'm seeing in city court is from 2006. The court correctly noted that he has 2 prior convictions from 2006 and 2017. Your Honor, this was a summons case. He was initially arrested and the case was dismissed, probably for blood work to come back from the lab. He was not aware of the warrant issuing. He didn't receive the summons. For those reasons, we are asking you to consider releasing Mr. Ruiz Lopez. His girlfriend can take third-party custody. And Judge, he doesn't seem to have any failure to appear history in the last 2 years and on his other cases. Thank you so much.
Mr. Ruiz Lopez, in each case, your bond is set at $2,500 plus release of pretrial services. In both cases, if you're able to post the bond, you must comply with any monitored treatment as directed by pretrial services. You are not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs. You're not allowed to drive without a valid license. The legal defender's office is appointed to represent you. For both cases, you're arraigned 20th, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. and they are separate bonds. Your attorney will be in touch with you soon.
Okay, thank you.
Channels.
What is your full name, please?
Byron Nicholas Shettle.
You are charged with, well, you were arrested for unlawful possession of a dangerous drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. The state has made a decision at this time to dismiss your charges. I am dismissing the charges and releasing you from custody. There is a possibility that the state could refile this case. It is a dismissal without prejudice, which means the state can refile. If the state refiles your case, you will receive a summons in the mail to appear in court, and make sure you do if you receive that summons. You also had a warrant for your arrest out of city court for a drug paraphernalia charge. So you're never going to be able to resolve this case until you appear in court. Your next court date is going to be in city court. It will be on June 17th at 9 a.m. And I'll release you on that drug paraphernalia charge. Make sure you appear this time. You are excused. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. Thank you.
Oh, we're reviewing the state into the next.
What is your full name, please?
Robert Allen Stevens.
You're charged with unlawful possession of a dangerous drug for sale and unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Need to let you know you do have a constitutional right to remain silent to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. Mr. Stevens, the state's okay with your release to the supervision of pretrial services. I am going to follow that recommendation, release you to the supervision of pretrial services. You must comply with any monitored treatment they recommend. You are not allowed to drink any alcohol or take any illegal drugs while in release status. And you certainly cannot be in possession of any illegal drugs. Public Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your preliminary hearing is May 23rd at 1:30 p.m. You stay in touch with your attorney. You're excused.
Yes, sir.
Sorry.
Release. Pre-trial services.
What is your full name, please?
Jesse Javier Torres.
Looks like you're wanted in the state of New Mexico, and they're asking that you be held. Looks like the state's asking that you be held on a $25,000 bond. And defense counsel, your recommendation?
Your Honor, I see that the charge is attempt to commit robbery. That seems to be the charge, and the other one seems to be a misdemeanor, Your Honor. But we understand he was released on this previously. So if you're not inclined to release Mr. Torres, then we just ask that the bond be close to $5,000. The warrant doesn't seem to list any bond values.
I see that the charge in New Mexico is like a robbery, attempt to commit a felony to wit a robbery.
Yes, sir.
So, Mr. Torres, your bond is set at $20,000. Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. Your fugitive warrant hearing is set for May 19th at 2:30 p.m. Your attorney will be in touch with you. I'll quash the felony warrant too. Thank you.
We have two. Yes.
Walker.
Does it have a hold from the feds? Well, this year.
Does?
What is your full name, please?
Jason Gray Walker.
You are charged with unlawful possession of a dangerous drug, unlawful possession of narcotic paraphernalia, a weapons misconduct, being in possession of a firearm by a prohibited person, and possession of a weapon during a drug offense. I'm going to enter pleas of not guilty. Looks like you're on federal probation. Let you know that you do have a constitutional right to remain silent, to be represented by an attorney. There is an attorney who is seated next to you representing you for this evening's hearing. I'm going to hear first from the prosecutors regarding their bond recommendation, and then I will hear from your attorney. Mr. Terrace.
Your Honor, the state's recommending a $10,000 bond. The court did note the federal probation. It also appears, according to pretrial services, he's been revoked on that probation multiple times, and the state is concerned about the underlying felony for that probation. Given the possession of a firearm, which would make him mandatory prison at trial, the state would recommend the $10,000 bond.
Defense counsel.
Your Honor, Mr. Walker, I just checked with the jail. There seems to be no probation hold from the feds. Your Honor, the conviction is relatively old, I believe from 2013. So we are asking for release, but we understand if you're not inclined, we just ask that the court set a $5,000.
Mr. Walker, your bond is set at $10,000. No contact with the victim. Possession of firearms and weapons. Legal Defender's Office is appointed to represent you. May 23rd, 2025 at 1:30 p.m. is your preliminary hearing. And I see there, yeah, okay, thank you. There is no victim. There is no victim in this case. Thanks. What is your full name, please?
Timothy James Westbrook.
You were arrested for unlawful possession of narcotic drug, unlawful possession of drug paraphernalia. The state has made a decision at this time to dismiss your case. I am dismissing it, releasing you. There is a possibility the state could refile this case at some later point. If you receive a summons in the mail to appear, it may be because you the state decided to refile the case.
Okay.
You're excused. Thank you.
Thank you.
Your Honor, looks like that's everybody.